Dodgers #1 in all of baseball in attendance yet again. We see many of you out here behind us during our shows, and we hear you in the stands during the games. Nomar, the team is special, the stadium is special, and of course this fan base is really special.
This fan base is second to none. I mean, they're always here supporting the Dodgers. As a player, you felt it each and every day. You appreciate it each and every day. The support, the energy, they get you up and get you through a 162-game season. You can't wait for the postseason with all these fans.
I'll tell you what, it is a home field advantage because of this crowd. When they have this place rocking, the other team feels it, and it was evident last night.
All right, much more straight ahead. Jack Flaherty is going to join us live from the Dodgers dugout. Access coming your way right after the break. Game 81 on the home schedule. Yes, the final game of the regular season at the Ravine. There is champagne in the building tonight. The Dodgers looking to take care of business against the Padres and win their 11th NL West title in the last 12 years. First pitch coming up right here in 30 minutes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. John Hartung alongside Jerry Hurston Jr., Nomar Garcia-Parra as well. We're going to have much more on tonight's game and a potential clinch in just a moment. But first, we're joined by last night's starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty. He's putting on the headset, joining us live from the dugout. Jack, thank you so much for coming on with us. I know you've pitched a lot of big games really throughout your life. I can go back to high school in 2013. You started the CIF championship through a 1-0 shutout here at Dodgers Stadium. And then in 2019, you start a winner-take-all game in the NLDS for the Cardinals, and you beat the Atlanta Braves. What is it for you about being a pitcher, being a competitor, that you love getting the ball when your team really needs you the most, because the Dodgers will be needing you in your next start next week?
You know, those games are fun. Those games are always fun. You look at those. Those are, you know, you feed off the environment, you feed off the atmosphere, you feed off of everything that comes your way. And you know, just going into last night, you know, walking out, it was just a different feeling, a different vibe. Starting to get that postseason kind of buzz in the stadium, and it was a lot of fun. You know, I wasn't super efficient, wasn't great. You know, didn't have a shutdown inning yesterday, but these guys kept battling. And but anytime you get the ball and teams got faith in you, you just go out and compete and give it everything you got.
Jack, what's going on? This is Jerry. You know, I really loved your comments last night in the post-game interview. Listen, you even said in the second inning you kind of lost a little bit, but that's what makes you an ace. That's what makes you a veteran guy. When you lose a little bit, what do you tell yourself? Hey, I've given up a couple runs, keep them at bay, give my team a chance. What goes through your mind knowing I may not have my best stuff, but I got to go out there and compete and give my team a chance?
That's all you can do. No matter how you feel, you got to go out and compete and keep trying to find ways to get outs. You know, at that point, I just, you know, keep telling yourself, stay right here, stay present, just one pitch at a time, and you just focus on the next pitch. Keep focusing on what you can control, and it's something I've gotten better at over, you know, my career, and just being able to just stay present and really work one pitch at a time and understand, like, I've done this over and over again. I've made these pitches. I've worked on it in bullpens. I've executed these pitches. Like there's nothing more to it. Like, whatever is called, okay, great, go out and execute it. You don't execute it, move on to the next one. And then you go execute that one, okay, cool, move on to the next one. And you just keep doing that over and over and over again, understanding that you've done it over and over. And at this point, you've worked on it, you've repped it out, you've done it, you've gone over the scouting reports, you know these guys. It's just go out and roll the balls out and let everything else take over.
Hey, Jack, this is Nomar. Great job yesterday with that game. It was a huge game. You know, I'm just curious for you, one, right now, how is the body feeling? And two, the fact that you guys are here competing in September, going in the postseason, having games like last night, and knowing you're going, does that give you a second win to go out there and, like, some of the aches and pains just kind of go away?
You know, it's September, so you go through a long year. I think more so I've just been battling myself mechanically and trying to find some things. Whether, you know, we worked on my lower half a lot this last week and ironed some things out, and you know, now I gotta find my arm slot again. And, you know, I'm pushing the ball a little bit and trying to get a little bit more downhill and not push the ball. But, you know, body feels good. You know, especially for this point. Like, you know, it may not feel good the days in between, but always by that fifth day, it's like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good to go. And you get out there and you just let the, you know, adrenaline take over, and it'll take you over the top. So I know by that fifth day, like, I'm going to be good.
Well, Jack, when Michael Kopech first joined us after he was traded over from the Chicago White Sox, he was talking about, being traded over from a team that's having a historically bad season and how he feels for those guys because he has so many friends who are on that team. You came over from the Detroit Tigers, and at the time they weren't really threatening to be a playoff team. Now that they've gone on this unbelievable run, how much do you keep track with what the Tigers have been able to do? Because I know you, like Michael Kopech, you still have a lot of friends who are over in that clubhouse right now.
Man, I'm following those guys every single day. I couldn't be happier for them. What they've been able to do, the run that they've been able to go on. I watch all of Scoob's outings because he's so much fun to watch, and watching him work and watching the way that he goes and attacks. Like I've tried to take some of that and just pay attention. The way he gets strike one, the way he's 0-0-2 to every guy. But then you see the guys getting called up, and the way that Foles has closed some games out. He was up and down a little bit in the way that he was throwing the ball, but he's throwing the ball real well. Those guys, it was just an unbelievable clubhouse to be a part of. Like they're family, and it's a lot of fun to see. I couldn't be happier for them, and I know they've potentially got a chance to clinch tomorrow. So I'm happy for them, and hoping to see how far they can go.
Yeah, I'm a good friends with George Lombard over there. We kind of grew up together a little bit. When the trade was happening, the rumored trade, he wanted Mookie Betts for you. I'm glad that didn't happen. But, you grew up in this area, Jack. You were a Dodger fan. You've been to Dodger games. You've seen Dodger as a fan, big Dodger games, Dodger wins. You pitched in big games. Describe for the fans the energy you feel when you take the hill and pitching in this environment. And what was that environment like for you last night? And can you wait to get to the postseason with this in this stadium?
Yeah, you want it. You want that environment. You want that home field advantage, that home field setting where the crowd is up and going from the jump. The second you get, it's like the second you get 0-2 on somebody, and it's like, let's go. Their pitcher falls behind 2-0, and the crowd's into it, and they're going, and we just feed off of that, and that's just momentum and energy. It's just something to feed off of, and it's huge. And for us, you just want to keep that going. So it's like, okay, let me get strike one, strike two, get these guys back in, and get them back out there hitting, so that the fans can stay into it and they can keep going. So just coming out here, going to warm up, it was a different feeling. Everybody was into it, and hoping that everybody brings it again tonight and all throughout the playoffs.
Well, I know everybody's going to be really into it the next time you take the ball here at Dodger Stadium in Game 1 or Game 2 of a playoff series. Hopefully it's next weekend in the National League Division Series. Jack, thank you so much for coming on with us tonight.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thanks, Jack.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's take a look at how Dave Roberts is stacking his lineup against the Padres right-hander Joe Musgrove tonight. Shohei hoping to celebrate his first division title tonight. He will lead it off, followed by Mookie Betts, then Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez. You've got Max Muncy batting fifth. Will Smith behind the plate to do the catching. Tommy Edman starting at shortstop. Gavin Lux coming off a big game. He will bat eighth. And then you have Andy Pages getting the start in center field tonight. Nomar batting ninth. What sticks out?
Talk about the top of the lineup, right? Shohei Ohtani yesterday was huge. I think that same intensity is going to come. Rest of the guys are there. Yeah, Mookie Betts, okay, you have one of those days. You can afford that when you have stud. But it'd be nice to set the tone again early for this ball club and get on the board.
Absolutely. You always want your stars to play like stars. But I love what Gavin Lux did last night, especially his last couple at bats. Really staying through the baseball. I expect another big night from G. Lux.
As both of you guys know, it is such a long season. It is such a grind. Winning a division title, Jerry, it is a huge deal. If you can win it at home in front of these great fans on the final home game of the regular season, that would truly be special.
Without question. Listen, you get a chance to really kind of win in front of your fans, okay? You win in front of the San Diego Padres, who's been chasing you all season long, and we know it's extremely hard to do so. We talk about it all the time. Unfortunately, the injuries have hit us hard, so you want to win to make sure you have that bias so we can get healed up as quick as possible. But we talked about it a second ago. The energy of this place is because of the fans. The fans are second to none in baseball. You want to share this with them tonight.
Champagne celebrations are so great. They are unbelievable. I mean, you just see it. You hear Clayton Kershaw. It never gets old. You never take it for granted. That is so true because of the grind that you're going on together as an organization to culminate to get to the postseason, so you celebrate. And there is nothing better than celebrating in front of your home fans. You know, you get the opportunity to celebrate is one thing. Sometimes you see that when you're in the way, the opposing the visitors' locker room, and you're celebrating. But being able to celebrate with your home fans, that is spectacular, because you know these fans are feeling it with you every single day. They're riding the highs and lows right there with you, supporting you. You appreciate that as a player, so you want to be able to go out there and celebrate an amazing season with them. So hopefully they can take care of it tonight so we can see that celebration.
Let's hope so. Still more to come after Walker Buehler's last start. His skipper, Dave Roberts, said, quote, "This is the most confident I have been in Walker all season," end quote. Takes the mound at the top of the hour. A game preview with Joe and Jessica is coming your way next. Down to the final four. Just 4 games left on the regular season schedule. After tonight's game, the Dodgers will fly to Colorado to open up a 3-game series with the Rockies at Coors Field tomorrow night. All of these games right here on Sportsnet LA. The last time the Dodgers clinched the National League West in front of the home fans, it was 6 years ago, Game 163, the Dodgers beating the Rockies in 2018. Tonight, they have a chance to do it again in front of these home fans if they can take care of business against the San Diego Padres. Right now, let's head upstairs, check in with Joe Davis and Jessica Mendoza joining us live from the booth with a preview. Hi there, Joe.
Hi, John. What an emotional roller coaster these few days, huh? That gut punch loss on Tuesday. They respond with a big win yesterday, and as John said, now with a chance to pop bottles tonight.
Yeah, and this is the whole thing, is it's October baseball right now, and what we've seen, 2-run loss, 1-run win. I mean, it's got all the feels, it's got all the excitement. It's the best kind of preparation for what they're going to experience next week.
Can say the same thing for Walker Buehler, right? We've seen some really good. He struck out 9 in his last start, but probably fleeting if you were to ask him. That good feeling, it's came in bunches, but then it's gone away. He'd love to have a good outing start to finish tonight.
Well, Joe, anyone that knows Walker Buehler knows how much intensity that he pitches with. So what does that intensity look like? Because the emotions are going to be the highest we've seen from him all year. That adrenaline is going to be the highest. So what's the result going to be? And this is the biggest test for the Walker Buehler that we will see in October.
Tries to pitch the Dodgers to a division title. Pretty cool thing for Buehler, where parts of this season he didn't know if he was ever going to find it again, he said he felt like, but here he is with a chance to be the guy on the mound and to be the winning pitcher on the night where they clinched the division.
All right, looking forward to this one, to say the least. Joe and Jessica will see right here coming up at the top of the hour. Tommy Edman, he pulled double duty last night, getting the start in center field before he moved over to shortstop. Tonight, he is starting this game at short. But first, he's our Dodger voice, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
I'm joined by Tommy Edman. And Tommy, this is, I think, the time of the year that everyone is most excited for. You guys are in a situation in which you've already clinched a playoff spot. You're looking to win the division. With the win tonight, you guys can do just that. And then in literally 3 days, the postseason is officially here. When it comes to that, how much do you just live for these moments as a baseball player?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, these are the moments you dream about, you know, all the important games. You know, first we got to get to playoffs, and then, you know, advancing through each round. And the past couple of games, it really felt like that playoff environment, you know. We got this team in second place that has really been playing us tough, and, you know, we're just trying to put the division away and win it tonight and clinch it.
You have had postseason experience with your time with the Cardinals and now being a part of this group, but we have some players who don't have postseason experience, and it's crazy to think that Shohei Ohtani is one of those guys. What has it been like just seeing him in these big games and these big moments and the emotions that he's been showing?
Yeah, you know, it's probably a good thing, honestly, that we're playing these games, you know, that have that playoff type feel, you know, and obviously he's shown the past couple of days that he stepped up to the big moment. So, you know, we're hoping that he can continue to do that throughout playoffs, and we have, you know, all the confidence. Obviously, he's the best player in baseball right now. So, you know, we're hoping he can carry us to the World Series and stay as hot as he is right now.
Yeah, what about for you personally? Yesterday, get going, and I know it's been one of these years where, you know, you come back from injury. You talked about how it felt like a spring training, but at the big league level, you just get the power going and getting back on track. What's been the focus for you just as you prepare yourself for a postseason run?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of baseball. You know, I had the crazy stretch where I hit a bunch of homers in a week, and then, you know, cool out for a few games, but that's kind of just how it goes. You know, you go through ups and downs, and baseball is kind of all about that consistency and making sure you're trying to limit those downs and try to make it as short as possible. So, you know, I'm working on some stuff in the cage. You know, it's always a work in progress. bats, and trying to get back to that consistent swing and consistent move, in the box. But I felt good yesterday, and trying to finish the year strong and get hot again for playoffs.
You're an incredibly versatile player. How do you balance just kind of the bat with also knowing there'll be times where you'll start in center field, like we saw yesterday, and then kind of come in and play at shortstop and things like that?
Yeah, like you're saying, that was kind of unexpected yesterday, to have to come and play short. But, I just always try to stay ready, try to take fly balls and make my throws from center and from shortstop. Just so in case the situation like yesterday arises, I'll be ready for the situation. And
with tonight's pitching matchup, it's Walker Buehler, Joe Musgrove. How much do you know, I guess, about Joe? I know there's some familiarity just from playing in the National League, but what have you been seeing from him, if at all, this year? And how do you all have to find ways to get to him early?
Yeah, Joe's another San Diego guy. So I remember watching him in high school. I think he's a few years older than me, so he was kind of the dude. But yeah, he's obviously a great pitcher. I've seen him a lot in my career, both with the Pirates when I first came up, and then now with the Padres. And he does a great job of pitching. He just knows how to get guys out. So mixes speeds, hits his spots, and we just got to come out and fight, put together some good at bats, like I know we're capable of doing, and hopefully come out with a win.
You ready for some champagne showers?
I hope so. I really hope so. Absolutely.
It'll be a fun one. Tommy, thank you as always, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Kirsten. Appreciate it.
Joe Musgrove. Just heard Tommy Edman talking about him. 0-7 in 12 career starts against the Dodgers. Here's hoping to make it 0-8 tonight, and the champagne flowing in that Dodgers clubhouse after this game. Plus, the Dodgers have given all of us so much to cheer about this season. Second most home wins in baseball. Up next, our favorite moments at the Ravine this year. To by Southern California Toyota. Last night, Nomar went with Shohei Ohtani, and he came up clutch not once but twice, so you get to go first tonight.
Well, we were talking about it earlier. We were talking about, okay, is he going to be able to make that playoff rush? Are there going to be some question marks? Or say, well, here's an opportunity. Andy Pages has a good night tonight.
Like that. I love that call shot. I'm going with a guy who's been outstanding, hitting with runners in scoring position throughout his career, especially this season. I'm going with the vet, Mookie Betts. Big night, Mookie.
All right, well, the Dodgers close out their home schedule tonight, looking for their 52nd home win of the season. That's second most behind only the Philadelphia Phillies. There have been so many incredible moments throughout 2024, but we can only pick one, Jerry. So give us your favorite moment here at Dodger Stadium this year.
It just happened on this homestand. Listen, down a run, we needed to win the game against the Rock Show on a Sunday. The Big Show, rocket to tie up the ball game, really ignite Dodger Stadium. We so badly needed this win. Big Show said, let's go, tie the ball game. One more look at it. I mean, rocket off the bat, 118 miles an hour. It got on a hurry. How about Mookie Betts, who's had big hits throughout his whole career, walking them off. Walk-off homer. Big Show, Mookie, back-to-back jacks.
Well, I like those, both of those for your moment of the year. How about for you? Moment of 2024 here at Dodger Stadium.
I love that moment there.
How about the fastest to reach 40-40 in the history of the game? And he does it not with a third inning home run. He does it with a walk-off grand slam, because that's who Shohei Ohtani is. I know it was on the road, but, his 50-50 game as well just goes to show how this guy loves to write incredible scripts throughout each and every game.
Think about that for a second. His 50-50 game, right?
Right.
6 for 6. Right. I know it's at Dodger Stadium. These are incredible moments, right, for a career. Right. You know what? Unbelievable season.
It's just 1 year. We haven't. But this one,
and
the question was at Dodger Stadium. We're gonna.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
What's your favorite moment away from Dodger Stadium? Before we got a big list.
All right. Hopefully, a lot more to come from Shohei Ohtani throughout the postseason as well. Still more to come. Getting closer to first pitch. Perhaps a casual pregame. Good luck between Joe Musgrove and Walker Buehler. Those two guys facing off tonight. The Dodgers a chance to win the West, taking on the Padres in just a few minutes. Access Sportsnet Dodgers is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers.